Peace, 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 and early rising to anyone who's awake. I started to post a message on Facebook saying that I woke up like this. So we all know that's like a Beyonce song. So I said to myself, it would be a lie if I said I woke up like this, as if I'm saying I woke up perfect. Um, which soulfully we do. We wake up perfectly, physically in these bodies we're dealing with things, you know what I'm saying? So my thing was that I didn't wake up perfectly with a peace of mind, but I was able to redirect my thoughts and bring my mind to that space of that peaceful place, that peaceful state. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can wake up with heavy thoughts at times. You can awaken with worryation at times. You can awaken with something that was on your mind previous the night before you went to bed. You can wake up thinking about your bills. You can wake up concerned about your children. You can wake up with all kind of thoughts that you're not intentionally just sitting there thinking of and forcing these thoughts to come into your mind. You know what I'm saying? But it's almost like your thoughts are picking up where they left off. This is why it's also good to prepare yourself to go to bed in peace. To say a nice, lovely prayer or affirmations or whatever before going to bed, so you can shift your thoughts before even resting yourself. But while you're charging yourself up, you resting and charging in peace, so that when you awaken, you can also awaken in that energy. But sometimes we awaken and we're already triggered, by nothing really. It's like just from awakening, we're already triggered in a sense, so where the mind is just already going off, bloop, you know. So what I came to terms with is I realized when I feel like I'm being attacked, it's because I have work to do, It's almost like I feel like I have a spiritual assignment, and I have to carry that spiritual assignment out. And if I'm not doing, no, if I'm working towards carrying out that spiritual assignment, I can get to a point to where I begin feeling attacked. That attack will take me away from what it is that I am working on or what it is that I am doing. It's like my energy is redirected. And I just realized today what is really happening is like this is what we will call the devil, the enemy, the wickedness. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Christy, you have I feel as if I have a really big calling, and I have created so much content, and it has not yet been published, and some things I've done that I have not yet created, I have not yet put out there. Sometimes I have messages on me that I don't put out there or whatever like that. It's almost like I get sidetracked, and that is a spiritual attack. This is what I'm learning, what a spiritual attack actually looks like and actually feel like. So I can have a project that I'm working on. For instance, I got prayer books, I got poetry books, and what I realize is that the closer I get to finishing these books, which to me are like spiritual assignments. It's almost like going to school and you having an assignment and you got to turn your assignment into the teacher. And, so when I'm being led to do something, led by the divine spirit, and I'm being led to do something, I'm being led to create, I'm being led to speak, I'm being led to deliver a message, to do these things. And when I get sidetracked, that's a spiritual attack. So when I'm getting close to completing my projects, I'm realizing I get anxiety. And I'm like, why do I feel like this? Because within myself, when I see myself, the me who I feel like I know, I don't feel as if I have no fear. I don't feel like I fear things like that I'm like, why? So I asked myself the other day, like, why do I feel this anxiety? And it's the first time I really realized it. I'm like, what is this feeling that I'm feeling when I'm working on my stuff? So what do? I put it aside and I leave it alone, because to me, anxiety feels like stress. So I'll push it to the side, and guess what I'll do? I'll start another project, because now starting that next project, it gives me a feeling of excitement. It's new. It's a new creation, but I never completed or finished the last one. So then starting a new one, the same thing happens. Once I get close to the finish line, I feel this heavy sense of anxiety. And when I feel the heavy sense of anxiety, I don't push through. I put it down and I forget about it. And I'll move on to the next. And I just keep starting projects over and over again without completing them. And I'm now realizing, like, it's like this is a spiritual attack. And I have to be more aware of what is happening, and I have to push through that feeling of anxiety that is somehow being triggered by fear within me. And I have to push through that to complete my task, because spiritually it's going to help people. And what we call the devil, what we call the enemy, the wickedness that's lurking in the air, you know what I'm saying? That low vibration, the fear, all that stuff, that's exactly what it wants. It wants me to not complete my task. It wants me to move on to the next project. You know? I will never get anywhere if I continue to do that. I will never get anywhere. So this came to me like, I'm looking up things like spiritual attacks to just learn more about spiritual attacks, because they aren't what we think they are, and they don't appear as we may think they should appear. You know, they may not look how we think they're supposed to look, or whatever the case may be. You know, we often think like the attack gonna come, somebody gonna come and attack us, or whatever the case may be. But what if it's you attacking your own self? What if it's your own mind playing tricks on you? How do you overcome yourself? You know? So then this is where I have to go within myself and align myself with the highest power, the higher power within me, and become realigned to my God self, you know, and go into that prayer, that warrior prayer mode, knowing that I am protected, knowing that I have no reason to fear. Tell it anxiety that you must flee, because I got work to do, and it's going to get done. You know, it's going to get done. All that I have created shall be completed. You know, because I am unstoppable. I am unbreakable. You know, and I shall move forward through anything. You know, so it's just like I love to say, no weapons formed against me shall prosper. Not even the ones that I have formed against myself. And that's the God spell. You know? So because we oftentimes, when we say no weapons formed against us shall prosper, we often thinking and speaking outside of ourselves. We looking at the enemy outside of us. We looking at the enemy in the world. We looking at everything that the system has designed and created, or any person that we may consider to be jealous of us and don't like us and hate us, or whatever the case may be. We're looking outside of ourselves. But what about the weapons that you are forming and creating against your own self? What do you do when you are the target and you are the enemy on the other end? So we have to protect ourselves from ourselves. You know? That's the real war. Being able to push through and continue your healing. Being able to push through and complete whatever task that you have been given by divine spirit. If you have been asked to speak, speak. If you have been asked to create, create. If you have been asked to help someone or help others, then do it. There are so many things that I feel has been placed on me to do. And there are so many things I have not yet done. Because I've been empowering the attacker in me. I've been given lots of focus to my own attacker. You know? So when you allow those thoughts to overpower you, to take over your mind, and take you away from what it is that you're supposed to be doing, however it is that you are to create, however it is that you are to deliver your message, however it is that you are to help others, however it is that you are to spread love into this world, and you allow those thoughts to get in the way of whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, and you know because you feel it in your heart, and you allow anything to get in the way of that, you will be at war with your own self. You know? So the only way to end that war is to push through. So when I'm feeling anxiety while I'm creating my projects, and when I get nearly done, I leave it alone. I'm like, oh, it's too much. I don't feel like reading this. I don't want to do this. I start making up all these excuses. I can write the book, but not get it published. I even went as far as hiring a editor for a book. Paid $250. And guess what? It's just manuscript still sitting in my phone. You know? So I have been giving my power to what we call the enemy, what we call the devil, what we call the wickedness. I have been giving it my power by not doing what it is that I have been guided to do. So this is why we must meditate. This is why we must pray, and pray over our creations, pray over our thoughts, pray over our ideas, pray over our mission, pray over our message. Pray that we speak with the right tongue. Pray that we deliver in the right message. You know? We must pray. We must do the work. We must meditate. We must do affirmations. We must speak over our lives daily and throughout the day. Because you can start your day off good and vibrant and high and feeling amazing. And something can happen midway through the day to where it triggers you. And it offset those negative thoughts. It offset that negative energy, them negative emotions. It offset those things within you. And you can allow that shift to carry you throughout the rest of your day. Or you can stop in that moment because you become aware of it. This is why self-awareness is so important. Because you become aware of it. And you stop and you say, wait a minute. No, I'm not going to let a moment take over the rest of my day. I'm not going to let a moment take over the rest of my life. Because sometimes we allow a moment in our lifetime to go 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and we carry it and drag it through our life. So with self-awareness, we become aware that we're no longer carrying this with us. No, it stops right here. It stops right now. And saying fuck you is one of my favorite words to say. It's like one of my favorite things. It just feels so empowering. So I have to tell my own self, my own thoughts, fuck you. Not today. We ain't about to do this. You know? Sometimes when you even feel triggered to eat something that you know you really don't want to eat, I have to say, fuck you. Not today. We ain't doing this. My mind is set on fasting, so we're going to fast. My mind is set on eating clean for 7 days or 30 days or however long, so this is what we're going to do. So we have to know how to shut down that voice in our head. We have to know how to shut down fear when fear rises up in us. We have to know how to push through these things. And I know like the world right now, everyone is screaming, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. But no, we need to know more. Because the attacks are real. I have been on this journey of awareness, being aware, since like 2014, 2013, something like that. And it's now that I am facing and dealing with feeling like I face spiritual attacks. I deal with spiritual attacks. So I have to question myself even deeper. Why and what is this that I'm experiencing? What's going on? And ask Spirit to show it to me, reveal it to me, make it clear to me. So we must learn to have that communication with Spirit. And you can say divine infinite spirit within. Guide me to clarity to whatever your situation may be. Allow me to see it clearly so that my eyes can see, so that my eye can see, so that I can understand. You know? So, but I just wanted to come, and I hope this message makes sense. I don't know, because I get the ranting, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to come and talk about that because this is something that I became aware of within myself or whatever like that. And when you start, it's like when Spirit puts you on a mission and you get into that mission and you know you're good at it. You know the message that's in you to carry out, and you doing it and you pushing forward, right? And then you get to that place of doubt. You start doubting yourself, or you start second guessing. That doubt, as soon as you have that doubt, it breaks the natural flow. See, the natural flow was already taking you somewhere. But as soon as we allow that doubt to come in, and if we don't stop it right in its track, and we allow it to manifest more and more and more, we allow it to grow. We begin watering that doubt. It begins sprouting and growing within our mind. It gets so big, it grows outside of us. we start seeing it in our physical world, you know, in our day-to-day living. It's showing up. So we must know to cancel these things out, you know? Cancel out the insecurities, cancel out the self-doubt, cancel out the fear, the stress. And one thing, let me tell people, it does not matter how far you go within your journey. I don't care how positive someone speak all the time. And I learned this from my own self, because I know that I have a pure heart. I know that I have like these positive thoughts, that I'm always doing loving things and helping people. But I also know that I have to deal with spiritual attacks. And I feel like we all are facing it. So it's not for me to sit here and act like I'm macho and holier than thou and I don't go through shit, because I do. I have to face my own self. And the beauty in going through these things is that I become wiser. I learn more, because I'm not the person to just go through something. You know, I want to know, why am I going through what I'm going through? Teach me, show me. How did I get here? Why am I here? What am I to be learning from this experience? Give me the wisdom. Enlighten me. You know? So I want to know, I want to have a better understanding. So when it arises again, I know how to deal with it. You know, so like I said, like I was saying, it doesn't matter how high we get. You know, how high we get. We are all facing our own, dealing with our own challenges within our mind day to day. What makes us great is to not let those things overpower us. And we, day to day, we have to continue charging ourselves up and taking our power back. Every day, throughout the day. So no, it's not like, okay, I'm going to do it Monday, and then I'll do it again next Monday, or I'll skip 2 weeks, and then I'm going to wonder why my life was fucked up for 2 weeks. And then I'm going to do it for Tuesday. And now I feel good Tuesday because I did this for Tuesday. So I think that doing it that one day, doing it on that Tuesday, going to carry me through the month. No, it don't work like that. Every day you wake up, you have to protect and guard your mind. Protect and guard your thoughts. You know? As you move throughout your day and you're dealing with certain people, having certain conversations, watching certain things, listening to certain things. You have to protect and guard your thoughts. Protect your mind. So while we think everything is all fun and games, and all things are just a joke, and watching silly shit, not realizing those things is really having an impact on us, is really influencing us in some type of way. And some things that we sit and we watch and we call entertainment, it may show up in our life. And then we wonder, why is this showing up in our life, and not even realizing we open the door to let it in, because we watch it every Wednesday, every Friday at 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So if you're continuously opening your door up for these things, that's energy to come into your reality. And then when you begin experiencing in your life, you're wondering, why am I experiencing this? Why am I going through this? Why am I feeling this? Because you open the door and allow it to enter. You know? So our fight is not a physical fight. Our fight is not with weapons. as far as guns and knives and all kind of shit. This is a fight that you cannot see. You know? But you can feel it. You can experience it. You know? So if I know that it's a spiritual war going on, if I know that there's things that can attack the mind, why would I not want to learn more about this? Why would I not want to know the functions of the mind? Why would I not want to know more about spirituality? Because I want to be able to defend myself in the war. So why we so concerned with our physical appearance and having big asses and flat tummies and doing the makeup for the gods and the things that we're doing, wanting flashy cars and flashy houses and the flashy clothes and all this stuff. Now granted, yeah, we need clothes and to have a house and all this stuff to be comfortable, but some of us, this is just our focus. And we know nothing about the spiritual war, spiritual attacks. We know nothing about our own mind. But we know about the latest car that came out. But you don't know about the upgrade that's happening with your body, the upgrade that's going on with your mind, what's going on with the universe. But we know about the latest pair of sneakers that came out that cannot protect you spiritually. Our concern should be wanting to protect ourselves spiritually so that we can know how to live in a state of bliss, so that we can know how to live in a state of peace, so that we can know how to live in a state of love. This is what makes our world a better place. Not you walking around with the latest sneakers on your feet. Not you driving around in the latest BMW or whatever the case may be. And no, I'm not saying that there's something wrong with wanting nice things. It's okay. But don't allow it to be the ruler, the leader, the head of your life. You know? So, like I say, I don't know wherever this message went, I don't know. But I wanted to come on and I just wanted to talk about my own self and my own experience. And when we awaken, we must get into protecting our minds as soon as we awaken. Set your mind for the day. You know, just how we have like an agenda, like we have like a planner, or we know what we're going to do for the day. The first thing should be protect yourself spiritually. Speak over yourself. You know, affirm your day. You know? So, and it's nothing we do once. Sometimes you may have to do it 4 or 5 times in one day. Because we don't know exactly how the day gonna flow. So protecting yourself on a spiritual level, you never know what your interactions going to be throughout the day, and the people that you're going to cross paths with, and things that's going to happen. You may be in a traffic jam and get frustrated, and that frustration in that traffic jam triggers something in your mind, and boom, your thoughts then went all the way left from that peaceful place to thinking negative things, and why me? I'm running late, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So just that quick, it's like you got to be able to bring yourself back. Because that one thing can lead to something else. It leads to something else, and it keeps going on and on and on. Then it be go on to the next day. This is why you must check it in a moment. You know? So, message 1 is to awaken and create you a prayer. Whether you have to write you a prayer down, whether you have to go find you a prayer in the Bible, get you a prayer book, one that I have that I need to release. But I also have some prayers on my YouTube channel that you all can scroll through and check out or whatever like that. I also have some divine poems. To me, they are like forms of protection, because to me, when I speak, anything that I create or whatever it is that I do, it's empowering. It's like you can feel the energy from it. So to just listen to it, feel it, absorb that energy, and walk with it. You know, use it. Allow it to empower you and you walk with it. You know, so you do what you have to do in your early rising when you awaken to create that peace within your day, that peace within your mind. You know, the next message was to overcome your fear. And I don't even know, like, because I'm not afraid of people, I'm not afraid to talk to people, so I don't even know, like, what's the deep root of this fear. So I'm waiting on Spirit to even teach it to me and show me and reveal it to me. But I want to really know what is the root of this, because I feel like this is what creates anxiety. It stems from fear. So when I'm creating my projects and I'm getting close to this state of, like, completion, I pull back from it because I feel anxiety. I feel overwhelmed. The fun part is the creating. I can create all day. That's the fun part. Then when it comes to doing the work, like looking up how to publish this, how to do this, I don't want to do that. But see, as long as what we consider to be the enemy, the devil, the wickedness, knows that about my own self, I know this about my own self, and I keep doing it over and over again, been doing it for years. This is me watering that seed, that anxiety, that fear. I'm watering it. So as I water it, every time I create a project and I don't complete it, I create another project, I don't complete it. Guess what? It begins to grow. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm manifesting and I'm birthing a big fucking monster in my own life. And not even realizing it. This is why I know that we must speak a deeper message other than telling people to love themselves. Because to me, it's more about being aware. It's about self-awareness. The more aware I am of myself, I know how to deal with myself. I know how to handle myself, because people really feel like they're loving themselves where they're at because of their level of awareness. So your love for you grow more and more the more you become more aware of yourself. So it's about awareness. It's not about people got a lack of love for themselves. It's a lack of awareness. So the more aware you become and you focus and you tap in and tune in to you, your love begins to grow as you begin to heal those parts of you that you feel a block, or you begin facing those parts of you that you know you need to face. You begin letting go of those parts of you that's holding you back. This is when the love starts growing within. So to just run around and say, oh, love yourself, it's about love, let's become aware. Let's learn thyself. Let's know thyself. Let's be self-aware. Because in the awareness is how we able to grow more love, or more in love, or be love, be divine love. You know, but when you're clueless to things and you're unaware of it, you comfortable, you become satisfied with where you are. Because you think that's all it's supposed to be. This is all I'm supposed to know. This is all I'm supposed to do. This is what love feels like. This the only level of love, because it's the only level of love I know. This is all I'm aware of. So it's the awareness that must grow. And as the awareness grows, the love will begin to grow. The love will shift because your awareness is now shifting. But You have to be wanting, willing, and open to knowing thyself. Wanting to be more aware. When you reach a situation in your life, don't just go through it. Don't just cry through it. Grow through it. Grow. So in order to grow through it, you have to learn something. You have to gain some wisdom about something. You have to have a better understanding of how you even got there and why you got there. Now, how I'm going to get out of this? So now you have a message. So that experience, you can now take it and share it with someone else and help someone else. That's love. And not be selfish with your experiences. Not hold back your experiences. Not be ashamed of your experiences. When you overcome something and you gain a deeper awareness of it, and it has helped you, spread the love. You know? So, I'm going to let y'all go, you know? And anybody who tapped into this video, I thank you for being here. I thank Spirit for allowing me to speak and giving me the words to speak. Because I'm sure this message went everywhere I did not intend for it to go, like, you know. So I just thank you all. I love you all. I'm going to continue to do the work on myself so that I can be a bright beam of light, divine light, to touch as many souls as I can. You know? I'm going to work every day harder and harder and harder to push through and be a beacon of light, divine light in this world, pushing through every fucking obstacle. You know? Pushing through, breaking through every blockage, crumbling fear. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say thank you all for tuning in. You can share, like, subscribe, do whatever. I'm posting this to my YouTube. This is the only way I'll be able to share it to my Facebook. May see if I can share it to my Instagram. But you all be divine. Be divine. Do the work. Be love. Be peace. You know, do the daily work. Let that wicked shit go. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring more of God to this planet and be love to one another and be healing to one another. Be peace to one another. Be helpful to one another. You know, let's help each other overcome our fears and let all that fucking jealousy and hate and the envy, the insecurity, let all that shit go. You know, let all that shit go. That shit heavy. You know? So I'm going to end this before I be done jump on to something else. Peace, love, and y'all just be blessed. Peace. It's your girl, Gaia.